but I feel like Tyler the Creator could spit bars. Like he's actually just as nice as a lot of the rappers in the game. Am I tripping?
Do I think he should have more respect? 100% yes. But he does so much, right? As to where he's so unboxable.
If you are hip, you'll know he's a producer, he's a composer, he mixes, he literally does everything, right? Like, so when they're not able to box you in, when they're not able to classify you, for whatever reason, that can be a knock.
He's so unboxable that people don't know what to do with him. So he probably never will reach the level that somebody like me or y'all think he should be at. And that's all.
All right. Next topic is, should Tyler the Creator be more respected? So for me, I feel like, when we talk about some of the best rappers in the game, like, we talk about Lil Baby, we talk about, let's say, G Herbo. Tyler the Creator's name never really gets brought up, but I feel like Tyler the Creator could spit bars. Like he's actually just as nice as a lot of the rappers in the game. Am I tripping, or is that?
I'm only going to take 30 seconds on this topic. Y'all ready? All right.
That's
it. So, do I think he should have more respect? 100% yes. But I think because he is so unboxable, right? What is he? He makes his own beats. He's not afraid to talk about chicks and dudes on the same album. He got drama on his recent album. He got calypso, Jamaican reggae sounding joints. He does so much, right? As to where he's so unboxable that I'm fine with him being where he is. I'm gonna say it like this: ain't no album this year touching Tyler album, G. From the standpoint of an artist, to me, that's creative. From like a child of like Kanye, I think he's a child of Kanye, man, or a child of like Pharrell, right? Artistically speaking, right? So it's like, should he get more respect? Probably, but look, I'm fine with him being loved by his cult following. I mean, because I know he's so unboxable that people don't know what to do with him, so he probably never will reach the level that somebody like me or y'all think he should be at. And that's all I got.
But bro, that was a hell of a little elevator pitch, man. I don't know. I didn't quite time that. No, I ain't quite time it, but I think that was 30 seconds though. But go ahead.
That was efficiency.
Go ahead.
I mean,
I like that.
Here's my pushback to that. You got
35 seconds.
There's a lot of artists that are unboxable in that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a few. There's a few artists that do the same, rap and make the sultry sounding music the way that he does.
They're not as good rapping though.
I can't. No names. Like the only person that's coming to me right now that I can think of is like Pharrell or Kanye. You know what I'm saying? But they're so big. I mean, they've made waves in production. You know what I'm saying? And rap music. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not Pharrell. Tyler is really, really good. He's very good. I have followed his career since Bastard, and he has progressed very well. I think that this album, people will start and check. You got the Grammy for Igor, you know what I'm saying, for Best Rap Album. This, I believe, might get another Grammy, and he's gonna he deserve much more than a cult following, sure. I almost feel like he might be turning down, or his name has been in pots to perform in different areas or different shows or whatever the case. And people have said, I really believe it's like he might be too crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely hasn't done a lot of award shows, and he blew the BET Awards out the box. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done a lot of award shows. He hasn't done a lot of features, you know what I'm saying? So we don't get to see him on other spaces besides his own. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like he be turning down features. You know what I'm saying?
That is a great point.
Both of y'all are making some really good points. I want to go back to something OT said. Like when we actually look at Tyler, he's clearly much more than a rapper, right? Like, I don't even know if you're not even hip with his like ability, you might not even know he's a producer, right? I suppose. But if you are hip, you'll know he's a producer, that he's a composer, he mixes, he literally does everything, right? Like, so I do think that, like, for whatever reason, people are not able to, when they're not able to box you in, when they're not able to classify you, for whatever reason, that can be a knock. It can turn into like this negative when people can't, like, for example, why the hell was that album Igor considered rap? Remember when Tyler the Creator won the Grammy, he said, yo, like, why is my album in the rap categories? Because I'm a black guy who happens to rap. If you really break down that album, it was like 20% rap. Right. It was the rest of it was R&B, alternative R&B, alternative electronic.
Yeah, right.
He's much more diverse, but the problem with him is he's been boxed in to this category of people who can't be boxed in. I don't know. It's very strange. Like, to answer the question very blunt, he should be more respected. It's obvious. Like, the man had DJ Drama on an album, bro. Like, that's iconic. What are we talking about? Like,
what we doing?
Good.
What are we talking about? Like, and like, we know what Drama does. Like, I was telling Q this, like, when the album came out, like, that album gave me damn vibes. Not from a musicality standpoint, but from the way the album was like put together. Remember, that album had Kid Capri like narrating the whole joint, right? That's how this album it made me feel that way. I'm like, yo, this is like a moment right now. Like, why are people not like
this really is
Tyler on this level that he actually is? If we're talking about his ability, it's kind of wild.
I think that you know what I like about Tyler is you can see a genuine love for music. These days, these are the type of people that I connect with. Like, people that I can tell, like, yo, they got a love for music. Like, when you hear DJ Drama, you can tell that's like what he grew up on. This different styles of hip hop. Like, you can tell, like, he's like, yo, I was legit a fan of everything. I think what hurts Tyler, there's two things in my opinion that hurt Tyler the Creator. Number one, I think what's really stepped on in hip hop is first impressions. Like, our first impressions of J. Cole was like, oh, J. Cole, mixtape Cole, he rolling with Jay-Z. Our first impression of Meek Mill was like, oh, he rolling with Rick Ross and like blah, 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 blah. When Tyler the Creator first came out, who was he rolling with? He was Odd Future. They were weird. They were the first video I ever seen. He was eating a roach. Remember, he was eating a roach on the video, and he's talking about Jesus and stuff like that. I'll admit, I was like, yo, this guy's too weird for me. Like, this guy, my first impression of Tyler was like, this is just kind of like a brat, like one of them weird kids. And like, as the years have gone by, he's really shown that, yo, he's way more than that. I think the second thing is, who was co-signing Tyler in the beginning? Like, Tyler gets no cosigns. Like, if you think about it, like, as soon as J. Cole drops, you got like 15 people like, yo, hey man, cop that J. Cole, blah, 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 blah. In the beginning, Tyler was getting it on his own. And I think with hip hop, there's so much predicated on that. Like, the first impression, the cosign. And I think
that's true.
We're getting away from that. We're getting away from that whole thing that you know, hip hop is, you need that.
Yeah. Sometimes that can backfire though, right? Like, in my opinion, sometimes the cosign can backfire. Like, I feel like, for example, Wale going over
Drake
to
is co-signed 100 people, right?
Of course. I feel like Wale going over to MMG, while that was good for his career, like, I guess in the moment, he dropped Ambition, he was like the height of his career. I feel like in the long run, that was not the right situation artistically to really put himself in. So while you may be co-signed, that, yes, I feel you. Rick Ross was a big dog at that time, right? Respected, still is. But I don't know. I understand the point, but I just feel like the cosign is not as important. Like, everybody doesn't get a cosign, bro. Not everybody.
I feel like that's what the hip hop community, like the casuals, that's what they tend to respect, that cosign. Like I feel like, I know we're going to talk about Lil Baby soon, but like, I think what gets Lil Baby elevated is that so many people are saying how good he is. I've heard that's all you hear. Lil Baby is so nice with it. Oh, okay. Well, let me check out Lil Baby. Even when Lil Wayne was popping, everybody was telling you Lil Wayne is popping. Like, Lil Wayne is tight. I think in the hip hop community, if more people were telling you, especially in the beginning, Tyler the Creator was that dude,
And
I think
of
he would have got that respect.
I think part of that cosign, another way you could cosign somebody is to feature them on a track, and he's not featured on much. You don't hear him
Correct.
on much.